say a little bit about yourself and shit?
Well, I'm 20. Let me see. I'm 26. I like long walks on the beach. On some real shit, I don't. It's not that I don't like the beach, but I don't really fuck with the ocean. You know what I mean? Like, oh, so I told this fool one day, I've been to the beach maybe like a handful of times. I can't say I've been a lot, but one time in high school, I remember one of my buddies were like, you know what? Let's go. They want to go to the beach for his birthday, so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, let's go to the beach, right? So I'm right there, I'm blind as shit, that's why I wear glasses, right? Well, I'm on a little boogie board, feeling all bad, I'm like, yeah, fool, fuck the water, bro. Like, I was on Moana before, and like, that fool, I thought, from far away, I had my glasses, so I thought he was waving at me, but apparently he was telling me, like, look behind me, and well, little did I know, before I turned around, and that waver just raped me, fool, took advantage of me. I got watched up. How tall are you? I'm not that tall. And that shit raped me, fool. Like, I got back to the ocean, fool, like, my little crack was showing, fool, it was embarrassing, fool. Like, fool. Yeah. Hell yeah, fool. Like, I don't want to go no more, fool. Like, no, fool. That was terrible.
Now, the beach is cool, though,
The beach is cool, but nah, fool. You gotta be careful with those fucking waves, fool. Fuck Maui, bro. I don't care what y'all say, fool.
You go to Santa Monica, dog, you go to the water, you come out with some seaweed all over your toes.
Oh, that's nasty, bro. We live in a
I fuck with Manhattan Beach, dude.
Hey, rest in peace, SpongeBob, Critter,
Hey, dude. I got a weed, fool. I got a weed, fool. About that? I was like, damn.
Good fucking childhood, dude. Honestly, I remember, I was even was it trending on fucking IG?
Yeah, dude.
I posted it. I was like, I didn't even think of it like that, but I was just like, alright, fuck it, I'm gonna show him some respect. I didn't know the guy, but pretty much I grew up with him,
Yeah, I didn't.
And then now our kids too. Our kids are watching SpongeBob. Yeah. When I told Sky, she was like, what? They're not gonna show SpongeBob no more? I was like, nah, that's it, man. It's done. And then she's like, what? I was like, nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I thought you were for real.
No. I might take over for that shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, something's a business.
Think about it. It's like they're gonna have all these different what was it? Illustrators to draw it out.
I think it's still showing on Nickelodeon right? Yeah. That's a trip. Patrick Star, that's my boy.
Yeah, but you said. So is Izzy short or what's your full name?
Israel. That's my government name.
Your
Yeah. I'm a convoy here.
Yeah, so how'd you guys meet and shit?
I started working at SC, 2014?
Yeah, same year. 14.
Yeah. I think he started maybe a couple months before me. So, we got there. It was a trip when I got there, when they went around greeting people and shit, they greeted me to one of the workers there. And they're like, oh, this is such and such, and she's like, can you cook? I'm like, oh, hi, and then and this food was like one of the foods that kind of showed me where everything is at and shit, cause fuck, when I first got there, the little everything is it's a trip, you gotta play Tetris with that shit.
Yeah, it was cool, dude. To be honest, it's like how I was telling you guys earlier. I never had a kitchen job, dude. And it was a bitch, dude, at first.
It is cool, man. We started off closing together, right?
Yeah,
yeah. So from there, we used to walk to the car and shit together. So it was cool. We would have just little chill talks and shit like that. It was cool. Just to come in and kind of have that little, I guess, bond with someone. Because when you're starting a new job, you don't want it to be all weird and shit, and I'm loud, so everybody, he was the only one that was loud with me, so I was like, all right, cool, so it was cool, it's everywhere I worked at, it's been a very interesting experience, good and everywhere you work at, good and bad, but
you just take what you can from
Yeah, I mean...
That's what life's all really about, take your lessons. And
I mean, I've been blessed, I was telling you guys earlier, I've worked in the kitchen since, about a couple, maybe right after I turned 18, after I graduated, maybe about a month later, I ended up getting a kitchen job. And it was a trip because I didn't want to be a chef, I wanted to be a server. So I came in, you know, my pantalones, you know, some black Nikes, you know, button-up shirt. I had my pelito done and shit, you know. And then I was like, fuck yeah, I was like, I'm ready to fucking say hello to people, you know. And then they're like, when can you start? I'm like, oh, I can start today. And they're like, all right, cool. Yeah, they're like, come, go ahead and drop off your paperwork, whatever, in your car, you know, take it 15, and then come in. I'm like, all right, cool. So I came in and they gave me a chef coat. I'm like, is this what the fucking servers were? Like, you know, like, is there something that I'm missing? Like, am I a rookie? Is this like a taunting shit, you know?
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, the open position right now is a line chef, so you know, you're hired. I'm like, damn, fuck it, like I'm down, you know. So like my first day on the job, they're like, do you know how to clean a fryer? I'm like, what the fuck? Hell no, dude. Like, no mames way, you know? Like, you know, I went in a big ass hot oil machine, like, fuck no, I don't know how to clean that shit, you know? You know? And then so they're like, man, like, no mames way, you know, you kinda kill me, you know? But it was funny because my first day, he's like, okay, well, this other fool's gonna help you and show you, you know, how to do it. I'm like, oh, all right. Like, and this other fool, I don't know if you guys ever seen like those little like Latino like sitcoms where there's like that big kind of like hefty Mexican dude, like that squeaky.
Yeah.
That's how he was, fool. I love working with this fool, dog. Like his like, oh dude.
They call that fool tiny and
like, oh bro, he was cool, fool, but like how he showed me like a little bit, you know, how to do that. And I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous as shit, dude. Like I did my mano in there and I felt the heat, like, ooh, it's hot, you know? Like, yeah, they think that shit hot. I'm like, ooh, it's hot, you know?
Yeah.
And little by little, I kind of learned, you know, I started at a laundry hot wing. So, you know,
yeah.
I started just the wing section first, you know, like, dude, they fucking eat food in Alhambra, like, fool, no disrespect to anyone watching, the chicken fillet, fucking eat fool, and those hot sauce, fool, that, no, I'm this way, fool.
I already saw, so since we kind of like jump up like a bit, like we'll keep the story going, but where'd you grow up at?
Well, I was born right here in around Estadeno, so I've always known home as Estadeno. But you know, when I moved in with my mom, I went to Downey High School for you know a little bit, and so I was a little bit back and forth between Estadeno and Downey. So you know, I grew up my childhood here in Estadeno, but around like my teenage years, I guess you could say, I grew more in Downey. Yeah, because for a minute I was living with my grandparents when I was born till I was like about 7 or 8. You know, and then my mom got bad and everything, so I was living with her, and then. From there, I think I started off, I don't know if you heard of Mod Price in Downey, like, it's a little public, so that's where I started. Yeah, I started off over there, and then, you know, my mom thought I was too smart, I guess, because I don't remember much about it, to be honest, like the homework and shit like that, but, like, when I was living in Estadeno with my grandparents, I was in a Catholic school, you know, so when I went to a public school, like, a lot of this shit I kind of already learned, you know, so like to me it was easy, you know, and it was cool, you know. I was a little fat kid, you know, I was just living life, you know, like, living life, fool, you know,
McDonald's supersize
cool, you know, and like it's crazy though because like living with my grandparents, like I knew what it was like to be, you know, parents, you know, my mom and I were never together, you know, so like that love that I had with my grandparents I'll never forget. But with my mom, she kind of taught me how to be on my own, dude. Like, I was in 3rd grade taking the bus to school. You know what I mean? Like, looking back, like, when I was that age, you know, I was like, fuck, dude, you're an asshole. You know?
And she used to send you solo, dude?
For a minute, she used to take me, then eventually there was a bus, so, you know, I ended up taking the bus. You know what I mean? So, like, but looking back at it, if, like, I never got pushed like that, like, I would have never grown up and learned how to take any bus system or how to walk around, you know, you know what I mean? So, like,
3rd grade, dude, that's like, what, 7, 8 years old?
Probably like 8, 9, something like that. Yeah, you know, like growing up, dude, my mom was hard on me, dude, but, I mean, looking back at it, like I said, like, I'm thankful for it, because I would have never learned how to fucking wash my own clothes or anything like that. You know, like
she did. She just made you independent, but in a certain way.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is because with Sky, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like I wake up, well, you know, I enter at 5 in the morning, so she be waking up like at fucking 8 in the morning. Dad, I'm hungry. I'm like, fuck that. You go serve yourself. Go serve yourself some cereal and everything, right? At first she'll cry. I'm like, well, do it. I'm tired.
Yeah.
No, if you're hungry, go do it. So now, dude, like since I was like kind of rough on her, she does it by herself, dude.
That's good.
She gets the little stool, and she gets the stuff from the top of the fridge. She gets the milk. She serves herself, and she said, dude. And I know it's fucked up. Like I made her independent just for me being fucking lazy, but it fucking worked out.
But you know what? Like looking back at it as a single parent, dude, like I get it. You know, like even with my daughter, dude, like sometimes like she don't want to do certain things, and it's like she thinks I'm mean, or you know, like she be telling me like you're mean. It's like not that I'm mean. It's that you need to listen, like. You know, you gotta teach kids at a young age they can't just run buck wild and shit. You know,
work like that.
Yeah, you know, and that's kind of what my mom taught me around my daughter's age. You know, because I was a buck wild fucking kid, dude. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, you're fucking 6 years old. You know, you ain't thinking about nothing but you know, fucking cartoons and you know, my thing is cereal, bro. Like, I love Candy Crush. You know, that's my shit. You know what I mean? Like,
growing up, my mom didn't give me that shit. Dude, we only got like Frosted Flakes or like cakes or something. My mom's diabetic.
Whatever the WIC came through with.
Yeah, like my mom's diabetic too, dude, so she'll be like...
I didn't get that shit until I lived with my mom.
I tried Cookie Crisp when I was like 18 years old, fool.
Damn.
I put it down. Don't get me wrong, like we have Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Not like fucking like was it Cinnamon Toast Crunch? None of that shit.
I don't like Cheerios
and Frosted Flakes.
Honey Nut Cheerios and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cheerios.
Yeah,
and you put sugar and a banana in that shit?
Yeah.
I feel you, yeah.
That's what my grandpa used to do. He'd get like a little piece of bread and put just like the peanut butter, but I think it's peanut butter. It's like,
it's cajeta, you know, like that Mexican caramel?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know if it's Mexican caramel, but
it's like, I know what it is though. I know.
Yeah, that was my
I be in that shit with like some hot chocolate sometimes.
Hell yeah.
So how was it? How was it in Downey High School, dude?
It was interesting, dude. You know, it was a trip. You know, I had went to the crazy shit is I was in a Catholic school going to a public high school. You know, so like I was in 8th grade, everybody most of the people I knew were going to like a different fucking what was it, Bosco or I don't know, you know, all the Catholic schools and shit, you know, so like I had family that went to Warren High. You know, my uncle went to Warren, and I think both of my uncles I believe went to Warren High. But you know,
that's in Downey, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I know exactly where that one's at.
Yeah, well, in Downey, I think there's no... I'm not sure.
That's like a pond on the front and shit.
Yeah, Downey's only got like 2 high schools, you know, so like where we lived, I could only go to, because you know, like public schools, like depending, I guess, on where your area is.
Yeah.
So I could only go to Downey. So like we went to Downey, and my freshman year was kind of cool because after 8th grade, my mom put me in summer school. So like, I was mad at her for that, but it was cool at the same time because I ended up meeting everybody that I was going to Downey with. You know, so like, you know, I made friends. You know, but it was cool, dude. Like my freshman year, I think was probably the year that I was actually like I guess motivated. You know, like I was trying to kind of get into a rhythm of being myself, because you know I lost my grandpa when I was 12.
Yeah.
So you know, going into like high school, you know, that shit kind of fucked me up. You know, so like I was trying to kind of figure out myself.
Yeah.
But like towards the ending of my freshman year, dude, like I started getting into some shit. You know, like. You meet girls, dog. You start partying, you know. You start drinking and shit, you know.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, dog. Like it had its ups and downs, you know. Like I'm not perfect. I used to ditch school to go get fucking high, you know. Like it was cool, dude. But I mean, I did a lot of like my wild shit and partying shit like in high school. Like looking back at it, I regret a little bit of it because I feel like if I could have taken myself a little bit more serious, you know, my relationship probably with my mom would have been performing, and I started, you know, fucking with, you know, I guess the DJs that were, you know, around that time when I was young and shit like that, and it was cool, but at the same time, like, I was around people that weren't motivated as I was. You know, like for me to do music was my way of escaping from all my shit. You know, so like when I was in high school, I used to rap and make music with like a couple people, you know, that I was friends with, you know, but like not really everybody, I guess. I mean, like, I'm 26 and none of them stick around. You know what I mean? So it's like for a minute, even then, like it was like for me, I started off writing poetry, and I never thought in a million years I would have ended up making music from poetry. You know, because I mean, for me, poetry was an escape when I lost my grandpa. Because it was so. I mean, when you're young, dude, and you lose someone that important, it's so hard to explain yourself. You know, so like for me to explain myself, it was through words. You know, and like I couldn't talk about it like with my grandma. You know, like how I felt, so I would write it. You know, and some shit was deep. You know, like I'm gonna be honest. Growing up, I had, you know, suicidal thoughts and shit. You know, like you're just the shit that goes in your head when you lose someone that young. You know, it's crazy. You know,
especially someone that's like a male figure in your life.
Yeah. You know, so it's
someone you look up to. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like you said about the suicide thoughts because like you didn't have no one there to explain to you, you know, and talk to you about the situation. Shit, like, you know? And it says that some of us grew up in those type of, you know, opportunity environments. You know, like my parents got work and shit, they don't even think about it. I seen that meme the other day. It's like Mexican parents when you think, you know, Mexican parents when you think you're depressed, I would think better.
Yeah, I mean it's exactly like when I was depressed and I had all this mental shit, like I couldn't talk about that to my grandma. You know, like I couldn't really.
You broke down.
Huh?
You would have broke down.
Yeah, you know, like it was weird. Like it was just for me, like I had a hard time talking about anything that I felt. You know, like now that's what my album's about, dude. Like my album, in it, I'm more open about, you know, like the shit that I went through, like the shit that went through my mind from when I was young, and you know what I mean, like, cause I never talked about it, like, to nobody, you know, and it wasn't until like recently, like, after I had my second daughter that, you know, I kind of started, you know, trying to figure out really who I was still. You know, I love cooking food, but at the end of the day, dude, like, there's more out there. You know what I mean? And like for a minute, I wasn't making music. You know, I just thought, you know, I was just gonna be a chef. You know, and like for a minute, I was just gonna be, you know, some kind of like a family guy. You know what I mean? And like I kind of ignored my passion for music to kind of, you know, focus on getting a family in a sense, you know, and I got to, you know, like, you know, like, and you're just at the point where like you don't even know if your hobby is gonna even do anything for you, you know what I mean? So like, and for me, I had 2 kids at the time, so it's like I had to think about like, what the fuck is it that I like, you know, music and food. You know, so it's like, I mean, at one point, it's like, why not just monetize on what you're good at? You know, like, and that's in a sense what I want to show my daughters, you know, because my daughter be always telling me like, oh, you do whatever you want. I'm like, no, it's not whatever I want. Because if it was what I wanted, I wouldn't be fucking going to work and working like a dumbass, you know, just to get paid. You know what I mean? Like,
Francesca, the same shit.
Like, yeah, you know, like,
because she's like, I don't like going to school. I'm like, you think I like going to work?
You know,
like think about that.
Yeah, like I was talking about that with my grandma today, because you know she was like telling me, you know, how like not spoiled, but I guess, you know, like how thankful, you know, my daughter is, you know, like she should be so thankful, like, you know, she has my grandma, you know, even though we're not, me and her mom aren't together, you know, we're still cool.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't have a bad relationship, you know, and it's like I'm trying to be there for my daughter, so that way, you know, she could be comfortable to talk to me, like how I wasn't comfortable to talk to
Yeah.
her. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
you're just being an
yeah,
adult
yeah.
about it. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you could be an asshole about it and not like like oh like fuck, man, fuck you, fuck this. And to be honest, like you're not gonna go through it.
Mhm.
She's not gonna go through it. Your daughter's gonna go through it.
Yeah.
And let alone like at a young age, kids pick up shit
They do.
quick, bro.
Oh, they do.
Like honestly, so they know when shit's going on,
Yeah.
and they're not dumb.
Yeah.
Like it's a truth, dude. Honestly, like me becoming a parent at a young age showed me so much about life.
You grow up fast, dude.
Back
Grow
then,
up
dude,
fast.
like before I had Sky, man, my life was just fucking partying,
Yeah.
partying, getting fucked up. Am I going to college? Am I working? Fuck no, dude. In my mind, I was gonna be a drifter. I was gonna be a guy that's just gonna pack my shit and jump from state to state to state. So I'm finally tired and I'm gonna come back home. But you know, God had a different plan.
Do the Forrest Gump plan.
Now I put it down, dude. That was my plan, dude. I was gonna jump on trains and just keep going, and then just like either send postcards, or something like.
Yeah.
But that was my plan, dude. And then like, I had a kid. I got my shit straight, and like I understand what you kind of meant when you put your stuff on hold. Like me, I paint. But once I started going to once I started working at USC, I put that shit on hold. Wild schedule. I didn't have time for that shit.
Yeah.
And then like I was like into filming, so I used to film like different videos, like protests or fucking like weed videos, but like little hobbies.
Yeah.
And I noticed that shit. Once I started working, I put all my shit on hold, dude. And like you're right, I shouldn't. I should have just kept on going. But in my mind, I was like, you know what? Let me settle down here. Let me get comfortable right here.
Yeah.
Let me see what's up, and then like it's like how we say in Spanish, like déjame saber cómo corre el agua, like just see how the water runs, little gringo, my bad, my bad.
No, it's okay, dude. Like, so my grandma's obviously from Mexico. She speaks Spanish. She always talks shit about my Spanish, bro.
Yeah.
Like on some real shit. Like I be making up fucking words sometimes just to figure out the fuck how to communicate. Like on some real shit. Like I'd be like, vámonos. Agarralo, my daughter is the funniest one. Like she'd be like, no agua pato. I don't want agua pato. That's her way of saying shower. Like she don't want to or like
my daughter's pretty cool.
Yeah, like these like Spanglish and shit. My grandma's always correcting me and shit. That's not how you say it. It's this way. It's what is it? Like when with the A and the O. Like I always she's like. And I'd be like, oh, what is it? El plato? And I'd be like, oh, la plato. She's like, oh, the girl? I'm like, yes. Fine. Guapa. Always correcting me though. It's funny.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's the best thing, leaving memories,
Yeah.
Everything you take like that is always memories.
Yeah. Oh, I told my grandma, when I get rich, I'm gonna clone her. Yeah. She think, like I told her at first, you know what, like. I told her at first I'm gonna get a big freezer and freezer, and then thaw her out for the holidays and her birthdays, But then, like, I told her, I was like, what if we just clone you? And she's like, man, you fucking crazy. Like, she just looked at me like, boy, but hey, anything's possible. But yeah, I'm a trip. That's what I be telling her. Like, oh yeah. She's like, every time we get into that that serious talk, she's like, like when, like she's telling me like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, or like that. I'd be like, well, I don't know why you're tripping, but I'm gonna come to you. You're gonna be in, this is your Gen 1, Yeah, but she's very important to me, she got me out of that funk, when I felt like I had nobody, like being at that age, like I said, I got kicked out of my mom's house, I still had to finish high school, so I was living with one of my homies there. I wasn't in the right mind, and so I ended up leaving. I tried to live with my grandma on my mom's side. Shit didn't work out, so I ended up coming right back to my grandma, shit. If it wasn't for her, like, I don't know what the fuck I would have done. Like, she's the one that convinced me to go to school, like, to keep going to culinary school and stuff like that, I mean, and not that I didn't want to, but like I told her, like, for what? Like,
and you went after high school, like culinary?
No, dude, I didn't.
Or you went like after like the laundry job, or?
Nah, like, see, that's the thing. I didn't go. I lagged, fool. Like, I didn't go until I was about 20, 21. Around that age is when I finally said, you know what? Like, I might as well, because. She kept getting it, like, she was right, dude, like, no matter what job you have, like, if you have that slip, that title, that you're a chef, that you're a this, that you're a that, they can't take that away from you. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want to brag, but if you have paper that you're legit, you know, like, shit, you could do anything. Like, if I wanted to open something, you know, I have that paperwork, you know, that.